What? Who doesn't exactly what don't I think isn't beautiful? A minor groundswell sounded from behind the shower curtain, as though a rather delinquent porpoise were suddenly at play. Listen, I don't care what you say about my race, creed, or religion, Fatty, but don't tell me I'm not sensitive to beauty. That's my Achilles heel, and don't you forget it. To me, everything is beautiful. Show me a pink sunset, and I'm limp by that. Anything, Peter Pan even, before the curtain goes up, Peter Pan. I'm a puddle of tears, and you have the gall to try to tell me I'm... Oh, shut up, Mrs. Glass said absently. She gave a great sigh. Then, with a tense expression, she dragged deeply on her cigarette, and exhaling the smoke through her nostrils, said, or rather erupted, "Oh, I wish I knew what I'm supposed to do with that child." She took a deep breath. "I'm absolutely at the end of my rope." She gave the shower curtain an X-ray-like look. "You're none of you any help whatsoever, but none. Your father doesn't even like to talk about anything like this. You know that. He's worried too, naturally. I know that look on his face, but he simply will not face anything." Mrs. Glass's mouth tightened. "He's never faced anything as long as I've known him. He thinks anything peculiar or unpleasant will just go away if he turns the radio and some little schnook starts singing." A great single roar of laughter came from the closed-off Zoe. It was scarcely distinguishable from his guffaw, but there was a difference. "Well, he does," Mrs. Glass insisted, humorously. She sat forward. "How would you like to know what I honestly think?" she demanded. "Would you?" "Bessie, for God's sake, you're going to tell me anyway, so what's the difference if I honestly think, I honestly think he keeps hoping to hear all you children on the radio again. I'm serious now." Mrs. Glass took another deep breath. "Every single time your father turns on the radio, I honestly think he expects to tune in on It's a Wise Child and hear all you children one by one answering questions again." She compressed her lips and paused, unconsciously for additional emphasis. "And I mean all of you," she said, and abruptly straightened her posture a trifle. "That includes Seymour and Walt." She took a brisk but voluminous drag on her cigarette. "He lives entirely in the past, but entirely. He hardly ever watches television unless you're on. And don't laugh, Zoe, it isn't funny." "Who in God's name is laughing?" "Well, it's true. He has absolutely no conception of anything being really wrong with Franny, but none. Right after the 11 o'clock news last night, what do you think he asked me? If I think Franny might like a tangerine. The child's laying there by the hour crying her eyes out if you say boo to her and mumbling heaven knows what to herself, and your father wonders if maybe she'd like a tangerine.